don't trust Will. That's another person that has to go. At this point, send everybody home but Cash, okay? Send everyone home. Like, all these girls are falling so hard for these men already, and I'm like, it's been 2 days.
But me, I love your job, love your job. No do, Maya, no gara from no.
Hey everyone, I'm your host Mayoku, and today I am back with another video on the review on Love Island USA Season 3, Episode 4. Let's get straight into the video. This episode, people showed their true colors, okay? True colors came out this episode. True colors came out this episode. So the episode started with Will and Amy coming back into the villa, or coming downstairs from like the jacuzzi, and Shannon has a stink face. What? And then Amy is introducing herself because this is the first time she gets to meet everyone, so she's introducing herself. And then at one point Shannon is like, boring. I'm like, Shannon, get it together and act grown, okay? Like, act responsible. Like, why are you acting like a little child? At one point she was also talking about how she doesn't get jealous, but all Shannon has shown since Amy got into the house is jealousy. Like, that's all I've seen Shannon do, like act like a jealous person. Like, are you jealous or are you not? And then at one point Kyra starts getting jealous too, because Will and Amy, the new girl, are talking in Spanish, and obviously Kyra doesn't understand that, so she's kind of like jealous that like the way she was kind of jealous about the way Will and Amy were kind of vibing together. So that was funny too, because Kyra, like, why are all these girls so jealous? Like, honestly, if I ever went on Love Island, I don't know why you would go there with such, what's the word I'm looking for? I wanted to say I don't know why you would go in there with such high expectations, but I don't know why you would go in there with your heart on your sleeve, even if that's the kind of person you are, just because you know what kind of show Love Island is. Like, you don't go there with your heart on your sleeve. You really don't. Like, that's what the show has become. Like, you really just go there, be tough for a few days, you know, but like, all these girls are falling so hard for these men already, and I'm like, it's been 2 days. 2 days. Also, just as a side note, for some weird reason, every time I see the couples like in bed kissing, or just kissing in general, or like touching, I start thinking it's Too Hot to Handle, and then they're not supposed to be doing that. I don't know, it's so weird to me. I think I was so invested in Too Hot to Handle that now when I'm watching Love Island, I kind of feel like it's the same rules, but I keep forgetting that it's a whole different show. I don't know if anybody else feels me on that, but yeah. Then let's move on to Jeremy. Jeremy's attitude towards Trina was completely unacceptable. Jeremy. Like, he's a really good looking guy, but Jeremy's attitude is stink. Like, he was being so rude. And the part that really got me was the part when Trina was telling him how she felt, and then he started laughing. Like, where's the joke? Like, why are you laughing? Like, how am I talking to you with a serious tone and I'm expressing my feelings to you and then you're laughing? Like, I found that so rude, honestly. Like, Jeremy can hit the door next, okay? Christian went home this episode. Bye Christian. Anyway, Jeremy should leave next because he's pissing me off. Anybody that pisses me off on this show can hit the door. That's my analogy on this Love Island show. Like, I don't even care if you're in a couple if I don't like you. Then Christian tells Cash about how he knows that Jeremy doesn't really like Trina like that, and then he tells Cash not to tell Trina. I'm sorry, but how are you gonna tell me that the guy my friend is currently talking to doesn't really like her, but I shouldn't tell her? But then my friend is falling head over heels for the guy, so she should look stupid on national TV? So she shouldn't tell Trina that the guy she's talking to doesn't like her? Excuse me? So obviously Cash doesn't really listen, rightfully so. Like, why wouldn't she tell Trina? But she doesn't tell Trina blatantly what Christian said, which also I respect. She kind of went through the corners and she was like, I think you should be more open to getting to know people. And she was telling her how she shouldn't just wait down and sit down for Jeremy, because at that point Jeremy had gone on a date with the new girl, Amy, and they even kissed on that date. Jeremy is a hot mess. Like, I really hate that guy, but I mean, do I really hate him? No, I just feel like he wasn't being honest with Trina, so that's what makes me kind of like pissed at him. I don't think he's a bad guy per se. I just feel like he should have been honest with Trina, but he can go home. Then Amy picks Will to go on a date, and then so mind you, at this point, Amy has been on a date with Josh, Will, and Jeremy. Damn, I didn't even peep that. But Will and Amy go on a date, and then Will is telling her how, yeah, like at first he was only about Kyra, but that now that he's on a date with her, he doesn't mind getting to know her more and seeing where things go. And then he comes back home, tells Kyra that how he had a really nice date, and he told Amy that he's getting to know her more. Kyra starts bawling out, literally starts crying. And then a few minutes later, he goes and tells Kyra how he made a mistake and he only wants her, and he doesn't know what he was thinking. He was kind of confused, but he's very sure now that he only wants her. Like Will, I feel like Will, I don't trust Will. That's another person that has to go. At this point, send everybody home but Cash, okay? Send everyone home. Because Trina was pissing me off too, and I'll talk about that later. So we have Will talking to Kyra, and then, I don't know, I just feel like it's a gameplay. And every time I see both of them on the screen, I just keep thinking about how they've known each other before they got on the show. Those haven't been confirmed yet, but that's just what's in my head. Like, nobody has confirmed if they've really known each other before the show, but there was proof, but the proof could be fake. I don't know. Honestly, they just need to come out the villa and tell us what it really is. But every time I see them, I just think about how it's a game plan. I don't know. Like Will just, he's giving me red flags, okay? I don't trust him or anything he says. And then the challenge of this episode was like this game where they go down that water slide, and then they pick a person to kiss, blah, blah, blah. So Josh, it's the boldness for me. Josh was really bold this episode. He kisses Amy instead of Shannon. He picks Amy. And Shannon is there looking so embarrassed. Honestly, I felt so bad for her. You guys know my secondhand embarrassment. I could barely watch. I had to literally close my eyes because when he was kissing Amy, I was like, because the whole time Shannon thought he was going to pick her, because when he was doing the challenge, she was like, oh, that's my baby. And then it's time to pick someone to kiss. And he picks Amy. So Cinco picks Cash, and he kisses her, and he carries her, he lifts her up, and you know, they're kissing passionately. And Trina's on the side looking like, I don't think she was hating. I think it was more of jealousy, because nobody actually kissed Trina during this challenge. She didn't have anyone. Nobody picked her. So I think it was more of like jealousy. But in my head, I'm thinking like, Trina, like, you better smile, because Cinco wanted you. You didn't want him because you wanted Jeremy. And Jeremy now doesn't want anything to do with you. So just be happy for Cinco. Although, you guys, my predictions, I think Cinco is definitely going to hook up with Trina as the show goes on. If somebody new doesn't come in, I really feel like Cinco is gonna turn to Trina. But that's just my thoughts. And then the recoupling happened at the end of the show. No cliffhangers yet. Thank you so much, Love Island. Like, it's already episode 4 and no cliffhangers. Thank you. Because usually Love Island is known for them stupid cliffhangers that get me irritated. Amy couples up with Jeremy. Kyra couples up with Will. Cash couples up with Cinco. Olivia couples up with Giovanni. Trina couples up with Corey. And Shannon couples up with Josh. Now, who's Olivia? Honestly, Olivia, I wouldn't mind her going home either, because she's very relevant. I don't even know what to say. Like, she's very relevant at the moment. She needs to step up her game, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people are forgetting who she is. Like, she needs to step up her game. And also, why did I think Trina was going to couple up with Cinco if Cash didn't get to go before her? I don't know, for some weird reason I was just thinking like, Trina looks like she's crazy. She looks like the type that she would pick Cinco. Anyway, that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, thank you so much for coming back. Love you guys, and I'll see you guys when I talk about episode 5. Bye guys.